Okay, I'm recording this, so I need you to listen. What you're going to get at your table is you're going to get a stick and you're going to get a half a package of Model Magic clay.
My favorite. Yay, my
okay.
favorite.
So what we're going to do with that Model Magic clay is we're going to take the piece and we're going to take this whole piece and we're going to divide it into 3.
Oh.
So if I wanted 3, would I add 1 line or would I add 2? 2. So I'm going to just lightly do this and see if it's close to the same size, and if it's not, I can kind of change my mind and move it over. Now, using your scissors at your table, Model Magic clay is pretty cool because you can cut right through the Model Magic clay. So I have 3 pieces. Now, we are going to do 3 flavors. So I'm going to do maybe a blue flavor, and you're going to have to use one at a time because you're sharing this with your table. Now, this is my pizza lesson. Shh, listen. So I'm going to take this dough, Model Magic, we're pretending it's dough, and I'm going to roll a round 3D shape. Who knows what that's called? Yes?
Sphere.
A sphere. Sphere is like the thing that's pokey, and sphere with the F sound, even though it's PH, is a ball or sphere. Can you wait until I'm done? Okay, so I'm going to do that on all 3. I need you sitting down and not trying to get under my camera. Thank you. Okay, this is the dough, and yes, we have to squish it because we don't want a round pizza. We want it to be flat, right? So make it thin crust. So I'm going to put it in my hand and just flatten it out. You can even take your fingers and pinch.
What? You could just put it on the table.
I could do that, but sometimes what happens when I do that is it sticks to my hand. And if I have my shirt down there, it sticks to my shirt. So I like to just kind of do it in my hands and then use my fingers. Okay, so now I've got 3 pieces of clay. You gonna be okay, Natalie? Okay. Okay, so now for the sauce, we're gonna add the color. Using the smelly, scented Mr. Sketch markers, this is gonna be the sauce. Now, when you get pizza from whatever pizza place you go, does it go all the way to the edge? No, they leave a crust. So we're leaving the crust so we don't end up getting marker on our fingers. These are washable markers, and what happens if they get on our fingers is they're going to get on all the different colors. So I'm going to add my color to this one, and then I'm going to add my color to this one. I'm going to do a red on this one. I have some cherry pizza.
What happens if you mixed it up?
I would like you not to mix unless you mix it up and then go back and do another color. It's just like paint. What happens when you mix up paint?
It turns a different color.
Yeah, it turns into a different color. So if I did want to do 2 colors and see what it looked like, but here's the thing, if you don't like the color, you get what you get. And you don't throw a fit. So you want to get a color if you're mixing to be kind of similar. So let's say I wanted to do a little bit of a yellowish orange. Do not let the markers touch. Why? Yeah, they'll get the marker dirty. So if you do want to try 2, you can either mix it up first and then do a second color, or you can put it side by side, but don't let it touch. Here's what I'm going to do next. Thank you for listening. I'm going to take this right over. Instead of a pizza, I have a calzone, kind of like a pizza pocket. Do I have marker on my fingers? No, because I'm not touching the ink. Okay, there's my little pizza pocket. There's my smiley face pizza pockets. Okay, now we are going to take our calzone pizza pockets tacos and we're going to fold them and pinch and fold and pinch. Now what happens is this is called kneading the clay, just like you're kneading the dough for biscuits. Kneading is where you're pushing it and folding it, and then it starts turning into that color. The more you mix and twist and knead the clay, the less you'll see of the white. So I've got my blue, I've got my whatever color this was going to be. Now if you have big thumbs like Miss Adams, you can pinch and twist and pinch and twist and pinch and twist. Okay, so here we go.
Wow. So
Fabulous. Isn't that amazing? It made like a lighter orange because I did the orange, the yellow, and the white together. Okay, it reminds me of an orange sickle. Have you seen that ice cream? My favorite too. Okay, give me 5 if you're ready for me to go on. You're sitting crisscross applesauce. You're sitting up on your square. Your hands are now in your lap. And you're listening. Okay, we're going to use this stick as our measuring device. We are going to roll out our clay like a coil. A coil is like a snake. Using your hand, you're going to carefully roll and pull your fingers out until it's as long as your stick. If this one touches, it's going to stick, so be careful. You can always use your scissors if it ends up doing that. So I'm going to roll a what?
Coil.
Coil. A coil looks like a what?
Snake.
Snake. Now I'm going to put this snake next to this snake. They're going to be buddies. They're sticking, and I know that. Okay, I'm going to roll my what? My blue what? Coil. And then I'm going to stick it next to this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll all of these, and I'm going to make them about 2 sticks long. Or you can even put 2 of your markers together and say 2 markers long. I'm going to roll these together. They're going to get a little bit longer. Now, if you've ever seen those rainbow lollipops, here's how we're going to do that. You're going to take your hand on this side and this side, and you're going to roll in 2 different directions. And then you end up getting that twisty look. Now, if I keep twisting and twisting, it's going to break. But if you do break it, it's not a big deal. You just stick it back together. Okay, so I'm going to twist it. Now, what shape do I need? A what? Circle. Spiral. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to start turning it. You have to be careful or it ends up flipping. Or if it's easier for you, you could roll it up like this, but you have to be careful and make sure. Yep, it's going, or I could take this side and wrap it. So there's so many different ways you can do it. Now, there is my lollipop. I'm not going to mess up my spiral by shoving this inside. I'm going to do this separately, and then I will hot glue this on there for you, and then I'll give it back to you next week. It has to dry first. You're on the stick, because it's washable markers, we're not going to use those. We are going to be using our permanent Sharpies to create some sort of pattern design or something. This is a big math lesson, just like our spider one. Can you feel all the math we've been talking about? Dividing the clay, measuring the lines. That's all math. When you're separating the one whole piece into... Yeah, exactly. So decorate this however you'd like. How am I going to know it belongs to you?
Put your name.
Put your name. Now, I don't want to mess up this beautiful side, so where do you think I should put my name?
On the back.
On the back. So my name, and what's my code?
1B.
1B, and your name. I'm going to put Miss Adams since this is mine. And then when you're all done, you're going to bring it to this table right here, sit it here, and then you'll have some extra free time, okay? You may walk to your seats.
Can you help me with it if I need help?
I will kind of walk you through it to see if you can do it on your own first.
That looks so cool.
Thank you. This is where we're going to put our lollipops, so I need you at your regular seats today. Okay, if you feel it and smush it, what's going to happen? Yeah, so go make yours. You may go to the restroom and then go back to VIP table.
Natalie, think who you're going to pick.
Yeah, think while you're gone who you're going to pick. Do you want to tell me now?
Miss Adams, I don't have any clay.
I do have clay in that box right there in front of Landry, in the purple box, and get you a stick as well.
Austin and Yoshida.
Austin or Yoshida? Austin and Yoshida. Natalie has decided you can join her at the VIP table. Take your things over there, and then Kaya sits at the blue table. Okay, step number 1. Cut it into how many pieces? 3. Roll a sphere. Flatten it like a pizza. Add the marker for the color or sauce, and then mix it up. Sit next to Kai. Just sit next to Kai. It's just a wrapper. Oh, look in that purple box. There's more. Okay, I'm going to go and stop my video. Good job, everybody.